Good morning and welcome to Waking Up with Don, and I'm waking up here in the Sleep Center with Richard Branham. You know, you just look for that big red canopy. You can't miss this place, can you?
That's right. Just look for the big red canopy.
And that's been your motto for quite a few years now. But, you know, you've been a constant here in the community for as long as I've been here, I've been living here 17 years, and I remember your commercials from way back when. How did you get started in this business?
Well, I got started, I actually got a soccer scholarship for college. And it was a business college. It really didn't matter to me. I just wanted to play soccer.
Uh-huh.
Well, in order to play, you have to take classes. This silly little rule they got, you know, you got to take classes while you're playing.
Go figure. College makes you go to school.
Yeah. So they had a business, and it was a pretty good business college over at William Carey. And I'm taking business classes and ended up, long story short, through a friend of mine, met another guy who had just opened a little sleep shop down there. It was called the Sleep Center. And he was looking for somebody to do deliveries. And I talked to him about running a few deliveries after classes just so I can make some entertainment money for the weekend, you know, give me something to do.
So you started in college doing all
yes,
this? Yes,
had no money, you know, I was putting everything I had into so I can go to classes. My scholarship only paid for half of my school, and I had to work for the other half.
Now, you're a veteran too, right?
Yes.
Was that before or after the Army?
I joined the Army just after college. So I didn't get to take advantage of
the GI Bill or any of that
the GI Bill or anything like that. So that would have been a big help.
Yeah.
But I ended up running deliveries so I could make a little bit extra money for weekend entertainment. And another friend of mine approached me about opening a franchise, and he opened a franchise in Louisiana, and I saw him doing well, and so I ended up moving into sales. Next thing you know, I'm saving up and opened my own business here in Panama City.
Now that is the quintessential American dream. You know,
it is.
People start from like nothing, from ground zero.
Absolutely nothing. Once I decided that's what I wanted to do, and there was no more going out for me. It was, I'm taking bologna sandwiches to work, ramen noodles, which I was already in college. I knew about ramen noodles.
That's a main staple in college. Yeah.
It is. I could have wrote a ramen noodle cookbook. 50 ways to cook ramen noodles.
Yeah. A little bit of hot sauce. That's
that's right.
Good to go.
Mix it with a little baked beans. I mean, I'm telling you, however you can do it. But I researched and tried to find an area that would be good for a store, and figured I'd come.
So you wound up here, and it seems like it's been pretty good to you, right?
It has been pretty good. When I moved here in '95, the area just got wiped out by Hurricane Opal, so I figured there'd be a lot of families that got flooded, and I could make a difference.
We got to run off to a break right now in the local weather, but on the other side of that, I want to talk about what you've done with your success now, because I know you're paying it forward in a lot of ways here in the community.
I'm trying.
You're watching Waking Up with Don. I'm with Richard Branham here at the Sleep Center, and now to your local weather, brought to you by the West Pittman Law Firm, westpittmanlawfirm.com. Welcome back to the show. I'm waking up here at the Sleep Center where it's bedtime all day long.
All day long, that's
all
right.
All day long, I gotta love that. You know, you've enjoyed a little bit of success here in the community. And I see your name pop up and your face pop up with different charities here around town. And one of those is Food for Kids. I know you're very involved in that. Why do you do that? I mean, you don't have to. I mean,
no, but growing up, my mom worked 2 jobs, my dad worked really hard, and we didn't have everything that we wanted. We have, I heard you say before, everything that you need, and we did. We had everything we need, but I understand that as a child, that's where you create memories that you cherish and relish for a lifetime, and you want those to be good memories, to carry forward.
And childhood is fleeting. I mean, it goes so fast. I look back, I can't imagine myself as a child, really. Although I am remarkably immature.
I still consider myself a big giant child also.
Yeah, but still that age bracket just goes fast. And
it does.
And a perfect example is just watching your commercials, watching your little girl grow up on TV. It just goes so fast. So, people like you make people's childhoods a little more enjoyable. I mean, we both come from working people.
That's what we try to do.
I came from a working family. My father was a blue-collar guy,
right,
and did what he could. Come from a family of 6. We didn't get all the toys we wanted, but we always had something under the tree.
Right, that's exactly where we were. Same thing. And I had everything that I needed. I didn't have a lot of extra things. I know there was a lot of things we couldn't do because we didn't have the money to do it. And it took a lot for me to save up for my own business. You know, like I said, eating bologna sandwiches, ramen noodles, that kind of thing there. And when I finally put everything I had into this business, my mom comes down and she visits, and she came down here for about a half a day, and I didn't have any customers because I just opened up, you know, a few days. She said, well, I was kind of hoping to see you sell something. And I looked at her and I said, me too. You know, and you know, it's a scary thing in the very beginning, but we did our best.
Don't I know it.
And we just tried to treat the customers well and give a good product, a good value, and we've grown from there.
And you pay it forward now.
I like to pay it forward.
Yeah, and that's, you know, maybe in the next segment we can talk about some of these charities, and maybe talk to one of the fellas who's a beneficiary of your success.
That sounds good.
Yeah, Richard, thanks for everything you do in the community, and we're going to run off to a break, but we'll talk more about that on the other side of these messages and your local biz tips, your Max Biz Tip, brought to you by Zenovia.
Hi and good morning. Welcome back to Waking Up with Don. I'm Zenovia Andrews, your business system strategist, and I'm super excited to share with you your business tip for today. You know, all week we've been talking about how to become an entrepreneur, how to start your business. Today's Max tip is the value of a good business plan. The value of a good business plan. You know, in this business plan, you're going to need a great SWOT analysis. You say, well, what in the world is that? It's your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and your threats within your business. This business plan is your roadmap to success. It's your roadmap. It's that thing that you're going to continue to look at. You're going to establish your goals. You're going to establish your task list. All this is within your business plan. And so many people ask me, Zenovia, you know, how do you stay balanced? Like, how do you get up and you get all this stuff done? I'm here to share with you, I do not stay balanced. I prioritize my life. I prioritize my businesses. I prioritize my family. And that is what I would recommend for you. There's no such thing as balance, you know? You get up every day and you prioritize everything that you have to do in order to have success in life, okay? This has been an exciting week. I'm super excited that you've joined in here with us every morning with Waking Up with Don. I'm Zenovia Andrews, your business system strategist. I would love to support you. Connect with me on social media at www.zenoviaandrews.com. Also on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You follow me, I'll follow you back. Take care, and we look forward to talking with you again.
Welcome back to the show. I'm here in the Sleep Center with Richard Branham, right here under the big red canopy, and Rick Brigman with Food for Kids. Now, what all's your relationship? I mean, he's a big supporter of you guys, isn't he?
Absolutely. It started about a year ago whenever my wife Bobby came by to pick up our van, which was donated through Bill Kramer to the St. Joe Community Foundation. And Bobby came over to meet Richard and see if he could help us, and he did, and in a big way. And when you see the Food for Kids van around town, you'll see a variety of our advertisers, and the Sleep Center is one of the biggest.
Wow, that's awesome stuff. I heard you guys talking about a food pantry too earlier.
Yes,
now, that's a different vehicle, right?
Right, with a mobile pantry, whereby food comes and we set it up, and families are invited to come out and participate in it. And Richard's been a part of one.
It was absolutely amazing watching all these families in needs come out and be able to pick out food to help feed their families.
Wow.
And you know, I'm helping them pick out all their stuff there. And I had one lady say, "Can you help me please carry this to my car?" And I said, "Sure, I'll help you." And I'm wheeling their food out, and I noticed I hit a bump, and a thing of cupcakes flips over onto the ground, and I felt so bad because I'm thinking these people don't get that much food. So as bad as I feel, I'm reaching down, picking it up, and she goes, "Oh, don't worry about it, honey. My kids will pick the grass right off of that."
Wow.
And I'm thinking that's not going to make me feel any better, but it does put it into perspective, you know.
It does. I mean, what the state of need really is. You know?
Absolutely.
Now, how can people help? You guys have a food drive coming up, right?
Always. There's always something going on. Visit our website for more information, foodforkids.org. That's FOOD, the number 4, KIDZ as in zebra.org. And you can visit and learn more about the things that we have going on, like here at the Sleep Center.
Here at the Sleep Center for the whole month of April, we're accepting canned goods and other non-perishable items that you can drop them off right here at the store, and we'll make sure Mr. Rick gets them and can get them out to needy families.
That's awesome stuff. So throughout the month of April, people can bring their canned goods and non-perishable type food items and
Right.
put them here, and you'll pass them on to Rick.
And also you can visit our website. There's a donate button that people can actually make a monetary donation if they'd like to do that as well. That's always most appreciated.
Yeah. What do you get out of all this?
It just makes me feel good. Believe me, you don't think a can of beans makes a difference? Man, tell that to the kid that doesn't get to eat, you know, for a couple of days or whatever. Man, that can of beans will go a long way.
I know we all work hard. We all work hard for our money, but it's always better to pass some of that forward, isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
It does more for the giver than it does for the person who receives.
That's for sure.
We'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back to the show, and I'm here with Heather Gaither from Metabolic Research Institute. Heather, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me.
You know, you give us all these tips on how to lose weight,
Yep.
but I feel like sometimes I'm working at cross purposes.
Yeah.
You know, they say breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Very cliche, we've all heard that.
Yes.
But my breakfast, I don't know if I'm doing it right.
Okay.
Half the time I don't eat breakfast, and when I do, I'm thinking I'm probably eating the wrong thing.
Okay. Well, any breakfast is better than no breakfast. So it's definitely a good idea to eat breakfast.
So coffee is not breakfast.
Coffee is not breakfast.
Okay.
We all know I'm a big fan of coffee, and having some coffee in the morning is fine, but that is not breakfast.
Okay.
So first and foremost, when we wake up in the morning, we want to get our bodies going. We want to fuel our body for the day. Also, research shows that people who eat breakfast tend to eat less calories throughout the whole day, and people who eat breakfast actually tend to weigh less than people who don't eat breakfast. So skipping breakfast is not a calorie saver at the end of the day, and skipping breakfast is not a smart strategy for weight loss for most people. So by having breakfast in the morning, you say to your body, you're well taken care of today. You don't need to send me lots of cravings. You don't need to get weak and shaky. We are all good. So when you get up in the morning, you send your body a very positive message that says, I'm going to take good care of you today. And throughout the rest of the day, your body will respond in kind. You will be hungry again at lunchtime and not before. You'll have a good lunch and you'll be ready for dinner. So by setting yourself up for success in the morning, you tend to make better choices throughout the whole day.
Now, some of those choices, a lot of us, like me, aren't really too aware of. I always heard that bananas were good for you. So when I do eat breakfast, you know, I'll have a bowl of cereal because it's quick. There's no cooking involved or anything.
Right.
And maybe I'll slice up a banana on there and I'm off to the races. A little skim milk and I'm good to go.
Okay, so yay that you had breakfast and wonderful that you had some fruit. Both of those are good things. At the end of the day, if you looked at that plate, what you had was carbohydrates and carbohydrates and carbohydrates. So you really did a great job in making sure that you got your carbohydrates in. Yeah. What we didn't get in was any healthy fats. What we didn't get in was any good protein. And so by waking up in the morning and having a balanced breakfast, particularly making sure that there's some good protein in that breakfast is actually what's going to help you to have that good, strong day.
But if you're in a rush, and when I think protein, just being a guy, I'm thinking sausage, eggs, bacon, whatever. You know, that's what I think of as protein in breakfast.
Right.
But what's quicker and easier?
So eggs are a great breakfast. Eggs are a great option for breakfast. And the quick version of an egg is boiled eggs. And sometimes I'll boil, 6 or 8 eggs at one time, or reach in and grab 1 or 2 boiled eggs at a time. So that's something that can be done in advance, kept in your fridge, ready to go. Scrambling an egg or frying an egg also doesn't take a lot of time, but eggs are a great way to go if you like eggs. Cheese are a great start. Yogurt is fantastic. It takes no work. It's really not any different to pour Greek yogurt into a bowl than to pour your cereal into a bowl.
I mean, there's a lot of protein in yogurt?
In Greek yogurt, which is very interesting. So there's probably lots of kinds of yogurts, but on the shelf in the grocery store, typically you have yogurt and you have Greek yogurt. The difference is that the Greek yogurt has much more protein. So a serving of regular yogurt is giving you 2-3 grams of protein. A serving of Greek yogurt is giving you 10 to 15 grams of protein. So we're talking about a drastic difference. A serving of Greek yogurt would look like having eggs for breakfast.
How much protein should you have in your breakfast?
It depends on what you're doing, but a good 8, 10, 15 grams of protein in the morning would be a great start. So 2 eggs, an egg and a piece of turkey bacon, Greek yogurt with fruit. Those are all great places to start, but don't leave the protein off of breakfast.
Yeah, so I can still have my cereal, but I should have a little Greek yogurt or
something.
something
Yeah,
too.
my mom used to do this. This was her favorite breakfast. If you put your Greek yogurt in, you throw some of your cereal on top, slice up your fruit. It's a bit like having granola in your cereal, in your yogurt. Yeah. It's fantastic. Think about when you go get ice cream and you put crunchy stuff on top. This is the same concept. So you could have your Greek yogurt. You could then have a 1/4 cup of cereal for the crunch on top, as opposed to 2 cups of cereal, which is all carbs.
You know what else I put on my cereal is wheat germ.
Which would give crunch to that as well. If you put your Greek yogurt in a bowl and put some wheat germ on top and then slice some fruit in it.
And just doctor it up. It sounds kind of weird, but it seems like you could whip that together in like 2 minutes.
You know what? I did this last week. I actually posted it on our Facebook page.
I got mason jars, and I prepared 4. They were all gone the same night because my husband and son ate them all, but I did yogurt, fruit, and layered them, looked like a parfait.
Oh, how cool.
Sealed the mason jar, stuck it in the fridge, and you could doctor that up in any way you wanted. You could put cinnamon in your yogurt, you could put vanilla extract in your yogurt. I mean, there's so many ways you could change the flavor. Blended banana is fantastic. If you puree or mash a banana and mix that in with your Greek yogurt, it will taste like banana ice cream.
I guess the moral to the story is don't forget your protein at breakfast,
That's
I
right.
suppose.
That's right.
And that sounds like a great idea. You can get those mason jars lined up and you've got a
Look in your
week's worth
fridge,
of
you've got a week's
breakfast.
worth of stuff. Yeah, and you'll be much more apt to eat it if it's there and ready to go, and all you have to do is grab it.
Heather Gaither, thanks so much for
You're
that
welcome.
weekly tip from
Sure.
Metabolic Research. And we'll be right back. Welcome back to the show, and thanks for sticking with us. We're wrapping up another great week of Waking Up with Don, and we've got our Friday person here, Jennifer Vigil from.
Morning.
Good morning from Live 850. That means if you really want to live it up in the area code of 850, got to get your app, right?
You got to get your app. There's so much to do. It's all at your fingertips when you have the app. So, what are you doing this week? Do you know what you're doing?
I'm a man without a plan this weekend, quite honestly. I figured a little family time, maybe.
This weekend is packed with family events. Starting out tonight, we're going to have Friday Fest in downtown Panama City. The next day, you could do something like going to Frank Brown Park and doing the Furry Friend 5K, where you actually get to bring your family pet with you. You just register online at active.com and you can go ahead and go. And there's also, they have the Bike and Boil, which is a combination of benefit from Crime Stoppers and the Harley Davidson shop. So they're going to have another event out at Harley this weekend.
Wow, I was at the Harley event last week.
For the pageant.
For the pageant. I was a judge at the pageant. Tough work. Someone's got to do it, I suppose. And yeah, I baked my head out in the sun, but it was a beautiful day and it was a great time. And the people of Harley are just so friendly.
They are.
It's an awesome place.
They do a lot of community events out
sure
at the Harley
do.
Davidson spot. But there's things going on all week. Monday there is the Hogs and Grogs down in Panama City Beach. Wednesday you still are in downtown Panama City. Wednesday they're going to have Music Matters at Panama City.
Yes.
Music Matters is just blowing up. The Trigo, the Place,
Tell us a little bit about Music Matters.
Music Matters is an effort that's a combination effort by all of the people involved to kind of revitalize downtown. The DIB, Downtown Improvement Board, kind of helps out and promotes it a little bit, but Music Matters is kind of its own entity where they've gone out, the local musicians, they've contacted the different venues down there, the different little restaurants, and basically what they're doing is the city is going to waive the performance permits so that it's more inexpensive for the venues to have live performances. So they're able to perform on the streets, outside on the little, if you've not been out to Trigo, they have the little parking lot patio now.
That's great.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
So that's a change that's downtown. And they're just kind of trying to revitalize and make it a little bit more vibrant down there.
Yeah, music adds so much to that scene too.
So, downtown Panama City, Friday, Monday, Wednesday. So there's going to be something to do, music and events down there 3 days this week.
Wow, that's cool. And this weekend we've got something going on at Harley.
Harley, you have going on. Over at the beach, you still have the, like I said, the 5K. There is at the college. There starts the performances of the Neil Simon, the Barefoot in the Park play. So there's just tons of stuff that you can do.
And you can, and if you can't get it all from this interview, make sure to get the app.
Get the app.
Get
Got
the
a
app.
whole list of schedule of events, and we have a whole list of music.
Live 850 is the app. You can get that from the iPhone store or the iStore or whatever
Google
it is.
Play,
Yeah.
Apple iTunes, either one.
iTunes, that's what I meant to say. I'm so tech savvy. and of course, you can get one of these things too, right, Jennifer?
Yes, there's a number of places around town.
Yeah.
Christy Kirkland's Answer Market Media has some of the wristbands where you can go. the Crystal Pistol, their Summit Timepiece Tattoo. You can even get a discount on your tattoo work at Timepiece Tattoo with one of these.
Wow, so if you get one of these wristbands from Live 850, you can get discounts all around town.
All around town.
That's awesome stuff. Jennifer Vigil, thanks so much for coming on the show and keeping us smart on what's going on around town.
You're welcome.
How's the app going? And what's this little card we got here?
Well, now that the app is going to be offered for free on Google Play and iTunes.
No longer 99 cents.
No longer 99 cents. We're going to try to promote it a little bit more. So we're going to have these cards around town so that people know what it is when it's out there, so that when they're sitting down and having lunch, it reminds them to download the app.
All right, let's get that. Make sure to get that app, Live 850, and don't be a deadhead.
Exactly.
Get out there, enjoy everything.
Enjoy life in Panama City.
That's right, and you can do that with this app. Thanks for watching. It's been a great week, and we'll see you next week.